Alright, I'm going to try to start a little bit of a blog thing here, and I'm not trying to in any way be political. I think we all have our stances. It's just, I love social media and I hate it. I love it because you can connect with people you ain't seen for I don't know how many years. You know, you have all that, family members get in touch, all that stuff. There's beautiful things, and then there's everything else. I hate not knowing if fucking Charlie Sheen actually has AIDS or not. You know, I guess it's true, whatever. But the whole thing is, all these news articles come out. We don't know if they're true or false. I mean, let's all be honest. Everyone fucking believes them until somebody else tells them they're false. I actually do Snope stuff and look it up. But I mean, even then, you know how accurate Snopes. It's just so sad that our sources are so limited now, and I just feel that within society, everything we believe in, everywhere we get our news from, the sources are not credible. I mean, we've lost the definitions of words. People don't even use words by the way they're meant to be used. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, well, you said this, and the definition of this is that. Well, no, I didn't mean it like that. The way I mean it is, and what I'm getting into is our youth is very misinformed and very confident in their ignorance. We have been taught to have such strong opinions without any real backing, and I mean, that's why I am smart enough to know how dumb I am comparatively to other people and things like that. When I'm speaking about like politics, I know that I am nowhere near on the level as most of my elders. I have a general sense of comprehension, and I can make sense of things, and that's what I pride myself in, and that's fair enough. And you realize that most of the youth is just gonna eat up everything they can. Everything they see, everything they read, whatever's easy to go along with. I mean, a perfect thing right now is, it's not political, but you see, Ronda Rousey's on top, everyone loves her. She loses a fight, everybody hates her. These are the same people that, if you see their Facebook statuses every day, are saying, yeah, everybody's down to roll with you when you're on top, but who's there on the bottom? Well, none of you motherfuckers are there for anybody on the bottom. And it's just so sad that you see more of that than anything. People gloating in other people's failures. And maybe it's just my friends' feed. I got like 2,000 friends or something like that, or under that. I don't fucking know. I know I got over it, whatever. But I just watch all this stuff and I see the negativity, and I'm like, the fuck, everybody just embraces whatever's in the moment, whatever's good to embrace, whatever feels good to say. I mean, there's no thought and there's no repercussions for the thought. I mean, there's no old times. The violence is kind of out of the nation as far as opposing opinions. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it's nobody gets checked for what they say. Nobody gets popped in the mouth anymore. You know, somebody can run their mouth all day long, and it's freedom of speech, so you have to give them that right. I mean, I think it's extending our rights to a certain state that is just, it's sad. Like, I don't even believe that, like, in my honest, humble opinion, like I say, opinion, I'm not saying it needs to be this way, is that I don't even think we should be able to vote until we're like 30, maybe 35. The voting age should fucking change. Because all of our youth in college, all these guys, everybody's so you know how fucking cocky I was at fucking 22 years old? I was like, dude, I mean, I'm still cocky, don't get me wrong, but I'm confident, not cocky. But no, but I mean, the things that I believed in and I was so stern in, now I laugh at myself about, right? And the older you get, the more you realize that. You realize how stubborn you were in your opinions. The older you get, you realize how dumb you truthfully were, how much you did not know, how much the things you thought you cared about and you thought truthfully mattered in this world do not matter. And I mean, that's all a sense of maturity, and we reach it at different ages. But the truth is, years behind you, and when you start paying attention, and I feel like just throughout the last couple of years, if I really started paying attention to different things and following things, you know what I mean? I'm an apprentice in this game, and for me, to go around and tell people what's right is kind of crazy. I can speak on my beliefs and I can have a conversation, which is very hard to have nowadays. Very few people you can actually sit down with and have a debate, but a cordial debate. Meaning, like, we can agree to disagree, but I can say my side, and I will say, here is why I feel this, that, and that. Here's my logic behind this, and here's the facts that I base my opinions on. And I can talk to somebody else, and I can go, wow, I see why I understand why you would see it that way. You know, I'm kind of on the other side of the fence, but that gives me a little more clarification on why you feel that way. Here's why I feel that way. We can agree to disagree. You know, valid points. Or it's like, whoa, I never thought about it from that perspective. I can change that. Very few people in the world can do it. It's like a fucking math formula, right? There's a lot of people in the world that they look at a formula, they don't know how to fucking solve it. They just know the answer. Here's the variables. This is the answer. There's those group of people. Then there's people that know how to, you know, they were taught how to solve that, the step by step. So they're like, okay, there's the answer. And then you introduce one more variable. And they're like, no, that doesn't go that way. No. I was taught that this plus this, yeah. Well, now minus this, divide by this, add this. And they're like, oh, no. And that's the common core of people, is they don't understand, like, just it's comprehension. And it's lacking in our youth, and people aren't even made to anymore. We can Google something on our phones. We get instant gratification. We don't retain any knowledge. We're not remembering phone numbers anymore. We don't remember directions anymore. We text everything. Everything's on social media. I mean, it's insane the level of stupidity that we're able to reach because of the generosity of technology in our lives. And it's just a continuing trait. And I see all these young, opinionated kids, and I'm just like, fuck, I mean, how easy is it to woo people? Why the fuck do you think there's cults? People can stand up and woo the youth and overwhelm them, whether it be through social media, newspapers, whatever you want. And this is, yeah, that goes into the press argument, etc. But people need to be led, and that's the truth. It's just, how are they being led? How are they being led? Who's grabbing the people? Who's getting their ear? Who is making them truthfully think? It's like when you start an argument in a classroom, everybody starts arguing. Now you're making a point. Now people are thinking. But the way everyone's going about it now is so disorganized and random. It's just, well, I feel like this. Well, why do you feel that way? I just do. Like, I just feel like, well, is there any fact on that? Like, well, okay, in history, how has that proven itself out? You know, can we look at past examples and maybe, you know, reach a better conclusion? No. I feel this way. I feel that way. And it's sad, man. And I just truthfully, I mean, I think, and as young kids, you know, in our 20s and shit, even right now in our transitional periods, we're trying to take care of our families. We're trying to work on our jobs and stuff. And an elder man told me, I was speaking with him one time, and he said, you know, it ain't your kids' job to worry about politics and the way this country's run. You ain't got the time. He goes, you don't have the time. What are you going to do? Watch the debates? You're going to follow all the politics? You're going to get in that? If you got enough time to truthfully form an intelligent opinion on all of that, then you ain't having time for your family and your kids. He goes, the youth should be focused on building their families, working their jobs, and that's what's important to them. And it's up to the elders with wisdom and knowledge of how things have gone in the past to debate and decide. And honestly, I do lean that way. I mean, if the voting age was 30, 35 or something, let people that have been around longer, let people see through an 8-year presidency multiple times and have seen what happens after a presidency versus us kids that just start to pay attention, and we don't know the true trend of things, that after this president goes and it's like this, and then we haven't even been around long enough to be able to recognize a pattern. I mean, we're just getting there to start seeing patterns. We're just paying attention. We're all apprentices, and that's the truth. And it's just sad that as the youth numbers of voting increases, like, I don't even know how much the voting has to do with everything. My point in getting behind it is, I feel like a big political push and sway on the public is through the youth. And if you can get the youth to all feel one way, it's going to push the country in another way. I mean, the youth is the press right now, and because of social media, it's because whatever the youth is posting, that's it. It's what we share on social media. It's what we push forward. It's what we discuss. It's what they discuss on college campuses. That push is an enormous market, and that if you can just sway that in the right way, it's there. And I just feel like right now it's being misused, and we're a misinformed youth. Like I say, confidence in our ignorance, and that's just the easiest way for me to put it. And I see it more and more, and I kick back and I never get into stuff like this, but this is truthfully, you just wonder, when does it turn, when does it change, how does it change? And you look through history and there's certain figures that stand up, that lead people, and I just don't know where it goes, and I don't know if it matters. I don't know if, like this fucking 10-minute video I just made, I don't even know what the point of this is, me saying, because I focus on my family, I love my life, I love everything else, but at the same time, you see a political sway in the country that really rubs you wrong to the core. But do I have time to get involved in all the politics and try to speak with people? Like, not really. Not most of us do. You know what I mean? So it's just a complicated situation. But I just ask that just fucking start thinking. Just think things through, and yes, have your own opinion, but base it on something, right? It's like you're writing a paper in school and you have to label your sources, right? They have to be credible sources. Think of where you're getting your information from. And everybody fucking makes fun of me because I have encyclopedias, but those are fucking really good sources of information, all right? And also, remember when you're listening to people, and it's dead in the education system as well, it drives me nuts. In the education system, a lot of teachers are teaching their opinion of a subject. For crying out loud, all I want are the facts, and let me decide, and I'm okay discussing with you how you interpret the facts, and I'd like to interpret the facts as well, not interpret your opinion, not be taught your opinion the way you feel, this out. Kick back on that. Get down to the facts, and if you're inquisitive enough about a subject, then do some research. Go ahead, be your own little reporter, but base it on facts and everything, not he said, she said, I think, I feel. Emotions play no role in logic. They have nothing to do with logic. And that's all I'm saying, is that logic's on a decline in this country. And I think as this song comes on, I say to you all, think freely, but think investigatively. I don't even know if investigatively is a word, but it feels like it works for me. So I'm posting this on my YouTube channel. I'm sure nobody is going to make it through this whole entire video. And it's just something I wanted to post because it's bugging me. I keep thinking about it. I make videos every morning, and I'm like, I'm just going to fucking do it. But, yeah, comment below if you want, whatever. But I'm curious just to see where the comments go. I'll read them all. I might not fucking respond. I'm sure there's going to be some arguments, but I'm just curious to see what, I don't feel like I'm alone in this. There's very few people that I can speak with about it, and it's just interesting. I'm just trying to open up more minds, get more people with logical opinions to stand up, because I think we all typically, the smartest people I know are very quiet. And they kick back and let all the idiots ramble off. Seriously, they don't say a word. They might speak up and say one witty ass thing that everybody else is too dumb to even fucking understand. They look at him like it's an idiot, and I'm like, that motherfucker just shut you all up, you don't even know it. And so I want to see the greater minds stand up so that I have someone to look up to, so that I can listen to someone speak and understand the truth and the logic behind all their words. So I'm looking for a grand set of leaders. That's what I want to see. I want a group of people that I can stand behind, that I can stand with. That's what I'm looking for. All alone.